Hello peoples, my name is ALBE, and welcome back to another episode of World of Warships, this time with the one and only Japanese gunboat, the Akizuki. This isn't anything special, this game. I just wanted to showcase this, just because it's a fun little boat. Nothing little about it, by the way. It is one of the biggest destroyers in the game. Also has, with Survivability Expert, almost has the most health in the game. Which is, this is a very atypical Japanese destroyer. Very, very fast reloading and turning turrets, very small caliber guns, and horrible maneuverability. If this thing was very maneuverable like any other Japanese destroyer, it would be very overpowered, but it's not very maneuverable at all. It's very, let me just say that, it is not. It is not. This thing has, with Survivability Expert, has 23,200 health, which is more than enough. Actually, you can never get enough health in a destroyer, but you know what I mean. And brawl with other destroyers, the only thing you have to worry about is getting torped yourself, because like I said, maneuverability sucks. You kind of want to keep a range for other destroyers, except Pan-Asian destroyers. This thing is very strong against Pan-Asian destroyers just because they cannot torp you. As you know, deep water torps do not torpedo destroyers. So, this thing against other Pan-Asian destroyer or against Pan-Asian destroyers is very strong. Now, because of the horrible rudder shift time, am running not propulsion modification 2, but rudder shift, the rudder shift module, because it's pretty much a necessity with this thing. I would normally, if I was in another destroyer with rudder shift, back into this cap instead of going right smack dab like if I was in the Akatsuki. I would definitely back in, but oh well, I'm full steam ahead. Made a little bit of a mistake, but I'm trying to rectify it. Benson goes dark. He doesn't want to engage me, even though he should, just because of the Moskva supporting him. I think that was a Pan-Asian destroyer over there, not too sure, but I'm going to send some torpedoes his way. You never know. The Akatsuki has torpedoes, only 4 of them, but might as well launch them, right? So I'm getting out of A, because I know there's a carrier, and if he knows that I have crappy maneuverability, which he probably does, the Tier 8 carrier will surely send his planes my way. And I don't care what tier you are, when you're in a destroyer and there's an enemy carrier, it's bad. But oh, there's a torpedo hit. Nice. Only did a couple thousand damage, though. I guess he had it. Probably hit his bow or stern. Anyway, but the Akizuki has really strong AA. This thing's not fully spec'd. I do not have a 19-point captain. I'm still loving this captain. I have the only skill I have is I have concealment expert. I mean, besides all the other stuff, the high tier things, high skill point things I have are concealability expert, concealment expert, and I have basic firing training, I believe. Yes, I have basic firing training. I don't have AFT. I have BFT. I don't have AFT. I'm gonna get, next thing I get is probably gonna be, I want to get IFHE, because you'll see how many shatters I get. Let me say, it's a disgusting amount of shatters that I get in this thing. And wow, look at that guy's health. I almost killed him, but not quite. And unfortunately, he just kind of let his smoke run out and got nuked. But by our Moskva. I don't know what our Yamato is doing back there, but he should not have pushed around that way. He's going to be out of the battle for a very long time. He can't even engage the Moskva right now. He's useless right now. You'll see he's useless later in this match. Anyway, got a nice RNG fire with that one shell. I think I have a 7% chance or something like that to get a fire with each shot. Got another fire before, and you can really see all the shatters I'm getting against this cruiser. And let me tell you, that's not the end of it. I get almost 300 shatters, spoiler alert, at the end of this match. So, yeah. Not surprised, though. But, this is a fun match. Like I said, it's not like my best match in this ship by any means, but it's just a fun match. It's just a fun match to demonstrate certain properties of the ship, like the good AA, as you will see later on. It has, you can see with just me shooting at the Moskva, that the shell arcs at long range are very very American destroyer-like and can go over cover really well. You saw at close range how these things are like railguns with a 1,000 meters per second velocity for the initial shell speed. So it's very, very good, this ship, against other destroyers. Like I said, horrible maneuverability. Cruisers are more maneuverable than this thing. And also, my goodness, now with the speed flag is faster than this thing. Excuse me. And Moskva running away because there's a Yamato. Or maybe not running away. There's a deep water torps by the Pan-Asian destroyer. So, yeah, he's engaging our Yamato, I think. Uh-oh, got some planes coming in. I'm gonna get spotted here. Hopefully if I get spotted, he's going for the Yamato and not me. But, oh, nope, he's definitely going for me. He sees that someone's capping here, and he knows it's an Akazuki, which he can probably easily torpedo. Definitely one of the easiest destroyers to torpedo with dive bombers, because, or with planes, just because of its maneuverability. But look at the AA going to town. There's the only other destroyer next to me is this other destroyer over here, which AA sucks on. So there's 2 planes shot down right there before they were even able to drop. Now I'm not going to get any before this one drops, but he wasn't able to. Oh, there's another plane shot down before he was able to get out of range. And you can't underestimate this thing's AA. This is equal tier planes we're talking about. These are tier 8 planes against this tier 8 destroyer. And usually when it comes to destroyers and aircraft, they're pretty much useless. You can hover your planes over a destroyer almost all day and not lose anything, but you cannot hover your planes over an Akizuki and not worry about it, because those main battery guns, which are 100 millimeters, very small and rapid firing, are also anti-aircraft guns. So the long range of this thing, it actually goes past the range of the aircraft spotting range. So if you're spotting this thing with aircraft, they're going to always be within firing range. So if you leave fighters hovering over this thing just to spot it, your fighter's going to get shot down eventually, and a lot sooner than a lot of other destroyers. But not really shooting down any of these planes, that's for sure. Shot down one before it was able to drop, but knocked out my engine. Didn't set me on fire, so I'm not going to repair that. No big deal. But look at that. Look at that. 2 more planes shot down right there. Oh my god, 3 planes shot down. Look at that AA on this thing. It's so awesome. It's so surprising to see how good the AA is on this thing. And that's not with the upgrade to increase its range, I think. Does AFT or BFT increase the range? I forget offhand. But it's either the damage or the range I don't have. Either way, once I get it, it'll be powerful against aircraft. It's definitely good enough AA to protect it against single and even double dive bomber strikes. And as you saw with that double torpedo squadron strike, it was held off pretty good. 6 planes shot down. We'll see more of that carrier later. But right now I'm just capping A, because want to be a team player and try to get, like, this Yamato, man. Look how long he's taking to get around this island. He's being useless right now. I mean, he's engaging at long range with the Baltimore and stuff, but or I think now he's engaging the other Yamato. Oh man, whatever. Excuse that noise. But that Yamato, if he just pushed either with, not with me, but like if he just supported Alpha and supported the push around after the flank was cleared out, then he should have pushed around. Looking at that carrier learned, he's not going to go for me. He doesn't want any planes shot down by destroyers anymore. Poor guy. He's like, I lost 6 planes to a destroyer. Are you kidding me? Year of the carrier, huh? Anyway, I decide to open up on these Yamato with HE, try to get a fire before I open up on it with AP. Now, I don't know what he was engaging, because his guns are turned that way. I don't know why he wouldn't be engaging the cruiser to his rear, but looks like I got his attention, and I kind of should have stopped firing here. But I was eager to set some fires on him, and I'm going to pay for it. Baltimore opens up on me with some HE, minor damage. But here's the Yamato. Yep, there's a nice 7.5K. Fortunately, the health pool saved me, but that's going to be my one and only chance with that. Don't have 9 lives in this thing. But I did manage to set 2 fires, which he didn't repair. I don't know if he can't repair them, or just not. But those are going to burn. He's going to let those stick. Baltimore, I switched to AP just because if you get the broadside of any ship with this thing, you want to switch to AP. Even if it's a Yamato, you want to switch to AP. Doing like 2,000 damage... well, that one was a bad example. But doing almost 2,000 damage per salvo every 3 seconds with this thing. There's 2,000 damage right there. There's nothing right there, but because he's maneuvering. But I switched to HE here just so I can get some. Maybe have a chance to get some fires. But look at all these. Look at all these shatters. Watch this. Look, there's some 5 shatters on that one. There's 6 that hit. There's 11 shatters. There's 13 shatters. There's 16 shatters. But hey, 1 fire. Hey, our Yamato was useful for a change. That fire would have burned him down, but thanks Yamato. Thank you. Oh jeez, he's all he's been doing this entire match is being a damaged pinata for the enemy carrier that's been just spamming dive bombers at him the whole game. Anyway, here's this Yamato. He's kind of looks like he's sailing towards that exposed channel over there by himself. Going for I don't know what he's going for actually. I think he's trying to rush that carrier, but if he's rushing the carrier, he's doing the opposite and slowing down instead of speeding up. But hey, I don't know what he's doing. I can't read his mind. All I know is I'm trying to get eyes on him for the carrier and for the team. So, and so I can see if I can launch some torpedoes against him. He is, after all, a big ship, and he's in a little space. Big ship, little space. It doesn't really work out, let me tell you. When I first got my hands on the Gross Kerr first, whew, boy, that thing is unwieldy. That thing, I derped into so many islands with the Gross Kerr first when I first got it. That thing was unwieldy, and I even did the same thing as you see in my second, if you ever watched my Montana video, the second one of that, which I recorded live, I totally derp out, and because I used my experience and skipped the Tier 9 American battleship, and I just skipped over it and got the Montana, so I went from NC to Montana, and that turned it to NC is very maneuverable compared to the Montana, so yeah, watch that one if you haven't. It's pretty funny how I mess up. But launch some torpedoes against that guy. Launch some preemptive torps because I think he's going to turn right. But then it looks like he's going to go left. So I just launched some torpedoes just ever which way. So if he turns left, he's screwed. If he turns right, he's screwed. But does he do either one? No. Why would he? Plus those planes probably spotted him, the torpedoes. So I make sure I'm completely 100% not out in the open when I fire my guns. I'm also staying at a quarter speed to make this plume of smoke as big as possible, because this guy's probably going to open up on me, even though he never spotted me. And yeah, sure enough, they're there. Fingers crossed for RNG, right? Okay, there we go. Woohoo. Got a fire on him, so that's nice. Now switching to AP, because he's showing me the broadside of a ship. Now you might think 100 millimeter guns against the broadside of a Yamato. Ha, funny, not going to do any damage, right? Yeah, think again. Look at that. 3,000 damage right there. Another 3,000 damage. Another 3... Okay, that's 2,000 damage. But yeah, I'm aiming just above his armor belt where the armor or these small shells can penetrate. And sure enough, he succumbs to the pecking of death. This thing is the pecker of death. Like, it just pecks... It's like a bird. It just pecks your brain out, you know? This thing, those little tiny guns, they sting. Let me tell you, they sting. And even though I made some mistakes in this game, like I said, I don't pretend to be even slightly good at this game. And I think I'm okay, but that's about it. Definitely do not know how to play this ship very well. But this is one of my okay games in this ship, like I said. Not the highest damage I've ever done in the Akizuki, but definitely one of the good, definitely one of the more fun ones, because it's fun to fire the guns in this ship, mainly because they just don't stop firing. If you're not firing the guns in this thing, it's for a reason, because if you're not firing the guns and there's no reason why you can't fire the guns, then you're doing it wrong. Like, you need to fire the guns in this thing constantly to do damage, especially like me if you don't have IFHE for yet, because I don't. Anyway, our Yamato's about to succumb to fire because, yep, there he goes. Because, like I said, the only thing he's been doing this entire game, besides sailing around A the long way, has been a damaged pinata for the enemy carrier. Speaking of enemy, the only things left are the enemy DD and the enemy carrier. So, enemy destroyer has revealed himself at Bravo, and I believe that's going to be the enemy Akizuki, which is good for the carrier, because like I said, Akizukis are terrible with maneuverability, speed, rudder shift time, and turning circle. Just all departments of maneuverability. It's bad. So it's good for the carrier because he'll have an easier time torping him or dive bombing him, which he's saying he's sending his planes to be, which is good. But it's bad for me because I have really low health, and I do not remember what the enemy Akizuki's health was at when he was last spotted. So it's going to be interesting if he's in a position to shoot me. So I'm going to play it safe to play smoke, so if he's at a lot of health, which he's actually not, so that's good. So let me just shoot him real quick and see what we get. Enemy or a friendly carrier is dropping him, and he slows down for some reason. Okay. Not complaining. He slowed down and completely made the wrong choice. You do not slow down. You either turn in or out, or you don't slow down. But he slowed down. He did the one thing he shouldn't have. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. He definitely, I don't know how he did in this game, but, hey, I'm not complaining. He messed up and, was only able to cap B, and that's it. So I'm just going to see what I can do around the corner of the island against this CV and see if I can get torpedoes, but he knows I'm here probably. It's maybe he saw my smoke screen and shots coming out of it. And here is going to be a very good example of why I need, you just need IFHE on this thing. Look at these shadows. Look at the shatters. I'm trying to aim for a superstructure so I can have at least a chance of getting a fire. Look at that. Look at all these shatters. 25 shatters, 1 penetration. 1 fire. So I got him on fire. Got him on fire twice, which is nice. He burns his repair, and this is the update. I think this is the update where they made it so like the carrier's freaking repair party is active for 30 seconds. So I don't think I'm going to set another fire on him. I launched torpedoes. My booster's about to come offline. Fortunately, the next one he launches, the next planes he launches are fighters. So I have my AA turned on right now. So just going away, going to town. And I know this thing has secondaries, and as Japanese carriers go, secondaries can be pretty dangerous. And at this low health, I really, really need to kill this guy. And I'm trying to get as fast as I can around him. I see my booster's on cooldown, so I'd use that and launch some torpedoes at him. So even this range, he cannot. There's no way he's going to dodge him. And I'm doing almost 5,000 damage for each volley that I'm able to do. But I'm almost dead. Like a couple more hits and I'm going to die. I'm at 100 and I think I was at 100 and something health when I died. But luckily I survived. And I don't have the game victory screens because I accidentally deleted them. Whoopsies. 120,000 damage, 121,000, whatever. Not too impressive. Like I said, it wasn't the most amount of damage I've done in this ship. It was just a nice match. It was really fun. Anyway, there's the team score. Lexington are on our team doing some pretty nice work. Surprised the enemy carrier didn't get a good score just because he was farming our Yamato the whole time. Speaking of Yamato, I don't know how he got 3rd place. I honestly don't know what he was doing. But anyway, that's going to be all for today. The next video I want to do in this game is going to be, I kind of want to do a destroyer video, like a torpedo boat video, just because I just got the Kagero, and I'm trying to burn up the Japanese torpedo boat line. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm more of a battleship player, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back in the next one.